Hey, if you're going to work with anybody in any kind of business, it's nice to work with somebody who's got a passion for what they do and really got some skills above and beyond to make it happen. When you're talking about getting signs made to represent your business, uh, your next big event, or just the way you present yourself to the public with your car, your auto wraps, hey, you better talk to somebody who's an expert. We've got somebody here. Stay tuned, everybody. It's the Your Little Castle Show. Welcome, everyone, to Your Little Castle Show. I have the good fortune to get to meet and work with some of the best business owners you're going to find in the country. And it's neat to see people who have such a passion for what they do. Dustin here has really set himself apart. If you want to study somebody who has a passion for what he does and having that artistic background combining that, how many times have we heard the story about the starving artist, right? And they've got great work they can do. It looks beautiful, but they haven't found a way to make that into a living. You've done that here because you're helping people to represent their business and using your artistic abilities to create something awesome for somebody.
Yep.
What's that like?
It's awesome. Like helping people advertise for their business and completing like the projects that come our way is really nice. Like we start with nothing and then the end result is everything. Like
Yeah, it's pretty neat to be able to take somebody's work that, or lack thereof and say, hey, here, all right, we'll come up with a design for you. How often are you designing the entire logo or signage for somebody from scratch?
It's kind of 50-50. Some customers come to us with designs already that they want us to make happen, and we make it happen. And some people come to us with nothing, and I'm working off ideas, and I'll throw whatever I need to throw together for whoever.
You've got the skills and resources to do that. What's the biggest mistake the average business owner makes, though, when they're deciding to get a sign made for their business or a wrap?
They want to go for online stuff. A lot of people want to order stuff online, and then you get it, and you're like, "Oh, that's not as big as I wanted," and it's like, "Yep, you should have used us." Like,
right? Yeah, sign is very much of a physical thing, so you want to make sure that you're getting the right sizes and components and pieces. How often hey, we got this special deal for whatever, and then you're saying, till you got it in your hand, you don't know what you got.
Yep, our quality is a lot better than stuff you'll get online, like for sure.
Yeah, back to one of your favorites, probably, you get what you pay for.
Oh, for sure.
And you get great pricing to beat most people anyway, but those online guys, be a little bit wary. I've been through some of that. I ordered a T-shirt to get printed, and it just never showed up. So I don't even know who to call to. I got some email that's coming bouncing around. I just gave up on it. It was a $50 donation. We were getting a pair of shirts for a vacation trip. The vacation trip's over now. What's the point of that? So get the experts. Do you do any print on shirts at all, or
no? We don't. We don't do any shirts or
help them with a design maybe, and they can go.
I just got in contact yesterday actually with a clothing company we're gonna
referral.
Yep.
Get some work out, yeah. Good. But any way you want to promote your business, everybody. Residential, I guess because we always questions about residential or commercial. When I say residential, you're talking about personal people for birthday parties or personal family reunions, school reunions, those kinds of things you do signs for. But then also most of your stuff is the commercial side for businesses doing their work too.
Yep.
Tell me what you like about each.
With personal people, I get to connect on more of like a personal level about what they want to get done, and with the businesses, I get to help them advertise for their business and help their business grow. So both have like their perks for sure.
Yeah, I would say dealing with our friendly neighbors, and when you get to create something exciting for them and they walk in with something like, I hope this turns out all right, and then you get to turn around in a day or two and say, here's what it looks like. Makes you feel good to see the response on somebody's face.
Oh, for sure. So I have a lot of my customers come in and they get so happy about what we do, and I remind them, I'm like, yeah, well, I hope you realize that there's probably not going to be anybody other than me and you that gets as happy about this as us. And they're like, well, we can share this moment together. It's like, yeah, we can.
Yeah, well, that's important to just see that smile you get to put on somebody's face. But yeah, I remember walking in, getting the banner that I wanted made, looking how beautiful it was, and then seeing, oh my gosh, wow, this thing looks unbelievable. I'm gonna be proud to put this up and let people see what we're trying to promote. What does it cost to get one of those big signs that just you'll hang out at like a for the backdrop for your trade shows and those kinds of things? You do those
Like a
as well?
banner?
Yeah.
Um, I would say 3x6 banner, about $85.
Okay. And what about the ones that are like go from the roof to the floor and they're 10 feet wide?
Um, I haven't done any that big yet.
Okay.
I know
Or
we
as wide as you can do the ones that are.
so a 4x8 is $150.
Okay, that's not bad.
So maybe it was a 2x6 is about $85.
Gotcha. All right, yeah, great prices you got on that too. Good stuff. You can see and quick turnaround for those two. You got your printers are in house too. So
Oh yeah.
that makes it a lot easier. What do you like about St. Louis and the St. Louis market and the people you work with here in our area?
Just a lot of good businesses. There's a lot of good businesses, and every person I've even had come in the shop, like a lot of good people. I know, like there's a lot of good people around here.
Yeah, especially small business owners because they're the ones always having to be on top. They have to make sure that the last interaction they had was the representation of their business. And you're helping them convey that for people too.
Oh,
Does that make you feel good to see what you get to do to help people do that?
yeah, every day.
What kind of feedback do you get from people when they say, "Wow, this banner looks amazing," and the response that they'll tell you about the response they get from clients or prospects?
I have a couple businesses that tell me that how they've gained a lot of market off of
Really?
the wrap advertisements. Yeah,
Yeah.
we market big off of the wraps, and I think like the wraps and people driving around, like people tend to see like your wrap, and it's just a good way to advertise for a business.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want to have a wrap? Should everybody who has a business that they want somebody to call them give representation on that? But you get to take that wrap because this is kind of an open canvas on a car, whether it's a truck or a van or a bus. You said you're doing a big bus coming up, but it's an open canvas now, so you can put a picture of the homes that they've worked on or put a picture of the whatever product they've got and convey that with some great lettering and 3D text and all that stuff that comes together to make a great presentation.
Yep.
What do you like the fact that you've got these open canvases? Do you then take that and say, "Hey, let me design something for you," and you can really make something look beautiful?
Oh, I got one back at the shop right now. I'm excited to go start working on. Like, yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Like,
And is it you think that does give people that great representation because there's got so much canvas there? People are driving around and seeing it all the time. I see cars all the time. I'm like, there's a good-looking business. It's a great representation of what they do.
for sure. What a lot of businesses are doing now is wrapping trailers and putting trailers out in front of their business because you don't have to have a permit to have that trailer sitting in front of your business.
Ah, yeah, it's your parking lot.
It's extra advertisement that you have to pay. You have to pay for the advertisement part of it, but you don't have to get any special permits or anything from the city to have that extra
Yeah, because
advertisement.
anytime you put a sign up, I didn't realize that. There's a sign going up. They've got to authorize it. Are you blocking the view of another business? Are you diminishing the area's aesthetics? Those are things that are all taken into account when that people are putting up signs. But if you've got a trailer, I know somebody who I won't name. You guys, you know who I'm talking about. They've got a wrap of their car, and it looks really cool, and it says their logos all over the front. They park it right out in front of their business all the time. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep. There's vans and stuff. A lot of businesses with vans and stuff that'll do that same exact thing. And when they're not using their vans, they try to park them along the roadside to where they get recognized the most. So
Get some street vision there so you can see what people are put out there in plain sight. Some of the stuff we have in front of us is put in plain sight, everybody. Tell me a time, though, when you've had a customer that you could tell was in a tough situation, you had to come through for them.
I recently just had a customer that came through for the Wentzville Rod Run, and a wife have lost her husband, and they have like $100,000 hot rod, and they didn't know if they were able to keep it or not, and he wanted to put some logos on the side of the hot rod, and the wife wanted to ride in the hot rod up and down the parkway, and I made it happen in 3 days, actually 2 days, but I made it happen. Like, I stopped everything, and that was a priority. So we got them like 300 stickers printed, and I got some stuff done for the kids in memory of, because he had 3 kids, and they're one of our customers that actually left us a good Google review and talking about how passionate we are with our work.
Yeah. Well, it's great when you come through for somebody who's in a tough situation and maybe a loss of a family member, et cetera, and they want to commemorate that person who contributed to our little planet, and you helped to make that all happen. Mm-hmm. And that was a wrap of a big vehicle. What were you saying?
It was just like some little like decals for the side doors of the hot rod.
Okay, so like the magnets.
Well, they didn't want to put magnets on there because they didn't. It was an expensive paint job, and he didn't want to actually put the decals on there. So he decided he was just going to tape them on there. And I'm like, no, don't do that. But he did it, and they wanted to save the actual decals themselves so they could give them to the kids. And so I printed them an extra one. There was 2 for the doors, and I printed them an extra one because there was 3 kids, and just gave it to them. So
something to commemorate what's going on
for sure.
Good stuff. Well, as a business owner and working in the business for a long time and now being the owner, tell me a hurdle you've overcome as a business owner that you're like, wow, I didn't see that coming, but it made you stronger.
After my dad passed away, they wanted, the business next door wanted our spot. So they we tried getting a hold of the landlord 6 weeks before we got kicked out. And because we wanted to know if we were going to have to look for somewhere to go.
Yeah.
And 3 days after my dad passed away, they're like, hey, you guys got to go. And I was like, we tried getting a hold of you like 6 weeks ago. So we kind of need a little bit more time. And they gave us an extra month, and we moved into a storage unit and was working out of a storage unit. And that was not my favorite time at all.
Oh, wow.
And then we came across the spot we're at right now. And I'm loving where we're at right now.
Well, yeah, make it happen. There you go. Through all extremities, everybody, extreme situations where you've got something that stresses you out, but you made it through. I guess my question is, how did you get power to the storage unit that you were running from?
So it was a climate-controlled storage unit.
Okay.
And like our whole deal before we moved in there was we wanted parking in front of our unit because we have to have clients. And right after they got us in there, a month after, they're like, oh, we're doing all this construction, no parking in front of the building. And I'm like, how are people supposed to come to me and pay me? How am I supposed to pay you? Like, so we were pretty quick to figure out a new situation with that.
There you go. Be creative, make it happen, and figure out a way to get it done. So sounds like you've been through a few hurdles in your business, but have made it happen. What's it been like? As we finish this segment up, we'll be back here. We're going to do another 15 minutes with Dustin. But what's it been like building the business and building your team and learning how to work with your brother and the other resources, the guys you got working with the tinning stuff? And does everybody kind of have their own turf and everybody just understands their rules, but you're overseeing everything? Is that how it's working?
Yeah, me and my brother kind of go back and forth with like prices and stuff. Like I'll shoot him what I'm thinking on the price for something square footage wise, and he kind of lets me know if I'm too low or I'm too high because he's been around it longer than I have. But other than that, like that's really the only hurdle I really have with the business. Everything else price wise, I know where we're at, like on signs and stuff like that. And as far as the car shield sign, that big lighted car shield sign we did, I did that one 100%. I threw that one together 100% by myself, and I found who I needed to connect with and getting it done, and we got it done.
Yeah, there's the outdoor one. I think you were talking about
the big building.
Big building one. Yeah. We can show that maybe here in the second half of the show. We've got a lot of his work to showcase here, and we're gonna highlight some of the great work Dustin and his team have put together. But this is the man behind the madness here making it happen. Sign Inc. Extreme. Some more fun here in the community. That second half of the tour at Busch Stadium's statues coming up here. Stay tuned, everybody. It's the Your Little Castle Show. We'll check him out. There he is, Rogers Hornsby, George Sissel, Cool Papa Bell, Bob Gibson, Lou Brock, Stan the Man Usual. There's another one for him. Red Shane Deans, there he is. Ozzie Smith, right there. Enos Slaughter. Dizzy Dean. and the most recent, Ted Simmons. All right, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed our little walk. You see about another 75 feet in front of us. There's a stand as usual. And lots of great history there with Stan the Man. We're going to speed up here. You got quite a bit of activity here. Cardinals versus Braves. Cardinals won last night in about a 6-hour game with 2 hour 45 minute rain delay. Give you some idea. There he is. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Get here. And here it is, everybody. Outside gate 3 is Stan the Music.
Stay in the same line as the person who had your ticket.
Stan the Man. There it is, everybody. All right. You guys see, go Cardinals. Get up.
His name is Carter Rathwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rathwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goal, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. So we're hearing all the time now why people need to be on our show. And it's pretty obvious. These days, the stats are proven. If you're going to get people's attention, you've got to get them with video. Google loves video. YouTube, obviously, is where you put your videos, and it's just a no-brainer. The problem is, until we kind of put together this whole format, there's no other way to get this kind of quality for the cost we put together. Because I'm a computer nerd, because I figured out how to automate, systematize, we've systematized this. Mom and Dad made me go to computer classes just in case the professional baseball career didn't work out. And so we started off doing 1 show, then 2 shows, then 3 shows, and then we had to jump to 5 shows a week just to fill the demand, because here you get a professional video that looks dynamite, that'll let your business really showcase what they do, and you don't have to spend $10, $15, $20, $30,000 to do it. So if you'd like to be on the show, get a hold of us and understand these stats. When you're on a show like this, when you put this on your website, you're going to decrease your bounce rate by 34%. You're going to increase your close rate, your conversion rate, by up to 80%. We have clients tell us they get 25% more closed deals because of the show. They track this. They can speak to that. And you're going to just get an overall boom for your business. You've got to do video. If you don't do it through us, do it somewhere. Do it yourself. But do it professionally. Don't make your business look worse. Make your business look better. This video can be used for up to 7 years. We have clients, we did an interview with them 2020. It's 2026. They have made over $360,000 by using our video. They came back to do it again. So get a hold of us. Jump on here. Go to bigleagues.com. That's BIGG leagues.com. Or call us or text us right there, the phone number you see there. And we look forward to having you on our show. Stay tuned. Giddy up. So there you have it, everybody. So we hold up our book, talking about how media has impacted our little planet here. Pick up our book. Yours truly wrote the introduction here. The Cardinal Cowboy is my author's name, right? And magnetize your media. But these days, if you're not getting your media out there, signs fall underneath the category to promote your media. They made me put my mug in there. They said, Carter, you're essentially wrote the first chapter of our book here for us. We'll talk about that in a second, but before we do, I want to jump back over here to the, I'll put up on here's our wide angle here, everybody. Got our new 4-panel TV wall instead of, we had 9 TVs up here before. And then one night I decided to swap all those out. We got done at 4 o'clock in the morning, but that's what you got to do. But here is this car shield sign we're talking about there. That thing is actually, you see that's 27 feet wide.
27 feet wide.
Yeah, that makes sense because that door is probably 6 and it's 7 or 8 of those. Yeah, that's a big sign. But you can see that from the highway.
Yep. Right
That's
there
what
at
they
270.
said. We both know the owner. Won't say his name, but he said, I want it viewable from the highway as big as you can make it. Originally was 13 feet, and he said, let me go. It's the largest 27 feet.
27 feet. Yep.
Yeah, that looks great. So there's another example of the great work that Dustin can put together for you. Sign Inc. Extreme, everybody. We'll talk about how has media, technology, social media, Facebook, Twitter, all those things, Instagram probably is a big place, impacted the way you do your business now to get those reviews, the great looking website, all the stuff that you've got to do, and the technology that's affected the way you do your business, and vinyl wraps and everything. Technology is always something to keep up with.
Yeah, AI is one of our. It can be a setback, and it can help us too. So it depends on how we're using it. I know, like far as like with the lights. I mean, we used to use the regular halogen bulbs that drew a lot more electricity, and now we're using like low voltage LEDs, which you can't even see in your electric bill. So it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, that's neat because boy, they used to be hot. An example here, when I first got started, I was buying all these lights on the interwebs that they said you should use for studios. None of them would give the power that we need because we got these big TV walls behind us that are projecting light the opposite direction, obviously. So that competed with that. So I said, I'm just going to buy those halogen work lamps. And then by then they evolved to, well, they're not halogen anymore. Those things were so hot. Boy, it'd be hotter than heck in here. But they're now LED. And I didn't see an increase at all. But there's 42,000 lumens. We've got a filter on that now. We used to just have those come in. But now we've got new side marble we've got on our walls here. But literally, like you can control so much more by having LED. Just bring that cost down, and they look great. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. All right. Tell me, though, what are the biggest mistakes you see some of the other big companies make? We're not going to name them by name, but do they too cookie cutter? They don't give the highest quality? What are some of the issues you see that some of the other bigger companies do that you don't let your customers make that mistake?
Well, a lot of the bigger customers, they just want their stuff done as quick as possible, and they're not really worried about the quality. So. Okay. They don't get back as high a quality as what they'd get if they got something from us. Like,
right.
We definitely get put out a lot better quality than something you're going to get online. Like, let's use tint for instance. Most tint, like if you get tint film offline, like you're looking at a way thinner film, whereas like our tint film's like a 6mm film. Like, so,
really?
Yeah, it's like a pretty thick film. Like.
And tinting is another important place to make sure you got your car all in the light. It keeps your energy costs down too. I was talking a little bit. I've got the Tesla now, and I've got so I charge every night at my house. So I go to the gas station now just for milk, right? I don't go to the gas station to buy gas anymore. I had to pay a surtax for buying a electric car, but anyway, I hardly noticed the increase in the price for my electric at my house. But I don't go to the gas station anymore, and I'm saving, $350 a month, my old SUV, and now I've got that LED or that electric. These things help bring costs down too for people.
Yeah.
And save a lot of money.
Yep.
Okay. What's the biggest question people have before they get started with you? I can imagine there's a lot of questions people might have. Who's going to do my graphics? Will this turn out as good as it looks here? Is the price going to go up or down? What are some of the variables, some of the questions you hear from people?
They just want to know how quick I can get it and like what the cost is going to be. That's always what the questions are.
There's 2 questions, everybody. How quick and the cost. What are the variables for that? Can people cut corners and you say, let's not do that? the different types of materials they print on, or the different ways they print? What are the ways that people cut corners and save money versus or lose quality in doing so?
So for like wrapping a car, we can do a full wrap on a car, but if somebody wants to cut corners, we can do like cut vinyl too, and we can use our plotter and cut vinyl, and you'll be saving a lot of money if you do that until you start getting into like stacked vinyl, which is like multicolored vinyl, because we're using twice as much vinyl when we have to stack vinyl. It's like an old school thing.
Okay. But when they're doing cut vinyl, you're saying they're doing segments of the car, and if you've got an all white car, you can make that the canvas, and then you're putting in the pieces.
Yep.
And they can do multiple rather than just the one on the front door panel. Get something that still kind of goes across the back and put it together.
We can do any kind of designs. Like far as like with cut vinyl, you'll keep your standard color of whatever your car is, and we just put words or logos or whatever wherever you want it on the car. If you want Facebook logos and stuff, that's stuff like we can plot it, or I can print it to where you have it 100% up to you. Avery Dennison though, like it's a little bit more expensive than like if I was to do cut vinyl, because the cut vinyl isn't Avery Dennison vinyl.
Okay. What is Avery Dennison? Is that a higher quality vinyl?
It is, yeah. It's the wrap vinyl that we work with, and we stand behind them 100%.
It'll last for a long time.
Oh yeah.
What's the normal wrap? How long does a normal wrap last?
9 to 10 years.
9 to 10 years. Okay. Looking good. That's good to see that your high quality stuff that you're putting together with that. Before I get to my last question, I wanted to show off some more of your work. You're gonna go back out to your Facebook, is where you got there's that same image there. But if you click over here and go to photos, and just start going down the list here, man, you can see this work. This truck really was impressive. You got a few pictures here. Now, was that kind of a piece together vinyl because they had a white truck?
He came up with that on ChatGTP, and I made it happen.
Okay. And it looks really professional. But did he save a few bucks in doing it the way you guys did it there?
I think we were a couple $100 cheaper than the people he used prior to us.
Yeah, that looks dynamite. And the Xena boat, the boat wrap there, that looks kind of neat. As we continue to go through, they've got some interior and another wrap.
We did their whole fleet.
Big trucks, the Midwest Installation.
Yep. My brother said we've done like 30-something trucks for them.
Okay. Works, auto and towing. Good stuff. And yeah, man, they like that red, white, and blue.
Yep, we're getting ready to wrap one of their tow trucks similar to that.
Okay, yeah. King Laundry. There we go. Bottled water and popsicles. There we go. Your favorite.
That was a car we got done right before the first rod run out in Wentzville.
That's wrapped?
The pinstripes,
Gotcha.
the pinstriping on it.
Okay, very cool. Well, we can go on and on here. Ultimately, you got 10 seconds to tell me what about this it gives you the most satisfaction, what you get to do to help people.
Customer satisfaction. That is it. Like that's what I do this for. Seeing the smiles on my customers' faces. Like it doesn't matter how much I'm making at the end of the day. That's what I do this for.
There you have it, everybody. A leader in our community. You're watching the Your Little Castle Show. Giddy up.